Well, we received word right before the new year that we had received maintenance of accreditation. There are about 650 schools internationally who hold AACSB accreditation, just under 500 of those in the United States. We actually hold dual accreditation in business and accounting, which is a little bit higher standard, and there are, I believe, 167 schools in the United States who hold that dual accreditation. Well, it's a multi-year process to gain initial accreditation, so it's a long process that we've been in for many years. And then once you have earned accreditation, you go on a 5-year cycle. So every 5 years you have to prove that you are maintaining and upholding the standards of AACSB. There are 3 basic areas that the standards address. They're strategic management, faculty credentials, faculty qualifications, and assurance of learning and assessment. And in all 3 areas we received green lights. They were pleased with what they saw. The peer review team that visited, the AACSB Board of Directors concurred. Some of the things that they really liked was the fact that we have a broad strategic planning process. We have a lot of input from our stakeholders that drive our mission and what we do and ensuring an environment of student success. They were especially impressed with our faculty credentials. We had, in fact, one of the reviewers said that we had the most collegial and most student-friendly faculty that he had ever seen. And I think that showed, and when they interviewed the students, they were very impressed with how the students were pleased with their environment. And the fact that we've been committed to a process to make sure that student learning takes place and that we are assessing how our students perform in the classroom, and we use that as feedback to drive our curricular innovation. The AACSB is looking for continuous improvement and a commitment to continuous improvement, and that was one of the things that they stated to us in their report, is that we are obviously committed to not only doing what we have to do to be accredited, but that we're always seeking to become better. And certainly in both business and accounting, they saw that. In accounting, they saw some dramatic increases. They were very impressed with the leadership in accounting, both at the undergraduate and the graduate level. They thought that we had one of the best assessment assurance of learning processes for student learning that they had ever seen. And they were very impressed with the use of technology that they had seen. So they outlined some commendable practices in accounting that way. In our case, which was one of the very special things, is they actually listed 2 effective practices. And the way it works with AACSB is these effective practices are promoted to other business schools as ways to seek continuous improvement. So the Business Honors House that we've instituted, our living learning environment, and also our BASE Center, the Business Academic Success and Excellence Student Success Center, where we try to create an environment where our students can succeed, find help when they need it, tutoring services, private study rooms. They held out those 2 particular practices we've instituted as effective practices that other business schools throughout the world should look at. When you have the faculty and staff that we have that are committed to student excellence, they're committed to their students and their success, they're committed to their profession, they're committed to advancing the knowledge base. You know, it comes down to having the faculty and the staff being involved and committed, and ours are.